Hello, folks. Thank you for tuning in. This is John at Greenacres Homestead in Kempner, Texas. Today, I thought I'd make some pickled quail eggs for our daughter and grandchildren right up the street. My grandson was over the other day, Austin, and he asked, Gigi, where's pickled quail eggs? And we didn't have any. And so I thought I'd make a couple batches for him and send them over. So I thought this would be a perfect time to show folks how we make pickled quail eggs here at Greenacres Homestead, and it's really a simple process. So I'm fixing to show you how we do it, and you can do it in so many different ways. A lot of people will not only make them Cajun, make them spicy, hot, mild. They may even add some beet juice or whatever and make them pickled that way. We don't. We like them a little spicy. Right now I don't have any peppers or anything put in them, but I'm going to add some spices. But you could go to Walmart. You could get some things like different kind of peppers and chop them up and put them in there, jalapenos or different ones, whatever you like. Just get creative, and make it your own. But anyway, so I'm fixing to show you what I'm doing, and you can take it from there. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please make sure you click that like button, click that subscribe button. We truly appreciate it. It's just me and my wife here at Greenacres Homestead in Kempner. The two of us are retired, or at least I am. My wife's hoping to retire next year and join me, and I hope so too. And God willing, she will be able to. But anyway, please subscribe to us. Tell your friends, come and join us and subscribe. Right now, we're just really kind of getting started out. We're going to be making a lot more videos. I love to forage. We've been doing that quite a few years. I just never really took it to the next level. Used to be on Facebook, did a lot of videos. I'm going to get back into making videos because I know a lot of things about foraging for different plants and stuff. So stay tuned for that, and you'll see them coming out. So also click that bell button. You'll see or be able to get notified whenever new videos come out, whenever we do post them. So anyway, hope you enjoy it. So here in a few minutes, I'm going to show you some things that I do. So hope you enjoy it. Okay, to start out with, I already boiled some quail eggs. And if you haven't looked, I have it in my videos on how easily to boil and peel quail eggs. Quail eggs, of course, being a little bit smaller, and they have a harder membrane. Some folks find it hard to peel them. I don't. One thing I might do is put them in the refrigerator and let them get cold before I start boiling them. And then, of course, I use running water as I'm peeling them to help me as I'm peeling them to make it a little bit easier. But when they're cold, it's a lot easier to peel them. So just take your time with them and they come out perfectly. But anyway, I have about 80 quail eggs I'm going to use for right now. I had these in the refrigerator last night, so I'm fixing to peel them. I like a little Tony seasoning in my pickled quail eggs. Me and my wife do, and some paprika. I've got a different kind of Cajun seasoning there. I don't know why I got two out. I didn't really mean to. Some black peppercorn I'm going to throw in there, and some crushed bell pepper. I'm going to throw a bay leaf or two in there. So it's not really a lot I'm going to put in there, but it's enough. Add some seasoning. I'm going to also add some, I forgot to add it to this, but a little bit of black pepper. I know I've got the peppercorn, but I'm also going to add a little bit of black pepper itself, ground up black pepper. I'm going to add in there. I've got my pot because what I'm going to do is I've got my 2 jars because I've got only enough probably to put in 2 jars. So I've got 2 jars. And of course I've got my, I've got this to take the jars out. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these jars. I want to get them sanitized and cleaned before I use them. I've got me a couple of lids that I'm going to use to put on top of them. Because we're not going to seal them, of course. Because it's not like making jelly where I'm going to boil them and do the hot water bath and stuff like that. But I want to get everything nice and clean and make sure it's sanitized, for the first time. Because a lot of times you buy these from the store. I don't know if you ever smelt them when you first get them. They don't smell very good. So I'm going to put these in hot water. I'm going to boil them, put them down in here, and you'll see here in a minute. And I will give them a hot water bath while I'm peeling these and let those get sanitized. And then I'll let them cool down. And then I'll boil me some vinegar. And so I'll get the vinegar out, and you'll see I'll get some vinegar, and I will actually get that to well, there's the vinegar. Whoops, excuse me. Just some plain old vinegar, canning, pickling vinegar. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to get enough to fill 2 jars. I'm going to put them into a cooking pot, and bring it to a boil, and then I will pour that on top of my eggs after I peel them, and I will pour that into the jars on top of the eggs, and then just sit it on the counter and let them cool down, and then put them in the cabinet, in a dark cabinet, and let them stay there, and every now and then we'll eat them on top of salads or whatever. Delicious, folks. If you haven't tried it, try it. Way better than the ones in the store. My daughter's bought them in the store, and she always tells me, Dad, they're nothing like yours. Yours are way better. And here you're buying them in the store, and sometimes we'll sell them to folks for just $10 a jar. And they're just definitely better. The ones in the store, they have nothing on homemade. But anyway, so I hope you enjoy this video. Again, please subscribe, and in just a few minutes I'll show you another step. Okay, now my vinegar is starting to boil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cooking thermometer, just because I want to see how hot the temperature is. And I already know that this is ready, but just want to show you about how hot it is. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Of course, we're not doing jellies and stuff like this, but I just want it really good and hot. So that's close to 100, and steam's really hot on my hand, 50 degrees. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off. That's plenty hot enough for me just to pour it all over the eggs once I get them peeled, which I'm pretty close to done. So here in a few minutes, I'm going to I'm really waiting on the jars, and they're in their hot water bath right now. I just want to get those good and hot because they're pretty cold right now. The water's hot, but it's not hot enough. I want these jars to be nice and clean and sanitized before I put these, because they're going to be sitting up in the cabinet, and I don't want no bacteria or anything in these jars. See, you can see the water starting to boil, but the water, let's see how hot that water is right now. The water in here is actually, it's getting there. It's only about 130 degrees. So let's get it hotter. And then once I do, I'll have the eggs peeled. I'll have the vinegar. I'm going to turn this off because it gets the house to smell like vinegar. But that's okay. So I'm going to let that cool, or not cool, but I'll sit it aside. Get my eggs done, jars, that, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, folks, I've taken the jars off the stove. They're hot enough now. I've taken my hot vinegar. It's off the stove. I've got my peeled eggs, quail eggs, ready to go into the jars. I've got everything ready. I did want to show you too. I was talking earlier. I mentioned lightly about my peeled eggs, about peeling them, about making it easier, putting them into the refrigerator and getting them cold, and then the next day or later that day, or whenever you want to do it, once they get a little cooled down, 'cause it's harder, a little bit harder whenever they're warm, but peeling them when they're cold, and it makes it a little bit easier. But also, a little technique that I use is take them, take about 10, and I put them in just a cup or glass, and I swirl them around, take them and shake them. It's kind of hard for me to do with one hand because I'm actually doing this by phone. I don't have one of them GoPros yet. I'm not that, that up to date, being an old folk like me. But anyway, so I put them into a jar. As you can see, they're down in there, and I swirl them around real good, give them a good shake, just a good shake, and that will crack them up real good. Cracks the eggs real good. It won't break them. Cracks them up, give them a good spin and all that. Get some good and cracked, and then that way you can see. So that way, when you start peeling them under some running water, Lord, it makes it so much easier. The shells will come off, peel off sometimes so much more easier, like in big old chunks, faster. I can peel approximately 80 eggs probably within 10 minutes approximately. I've gotten to where I can do it that quick by doing it this technique. Now if I just do it straight without doing that, I'm picking with my fingernail, picking the little pieces and picking them apart, trying not to break the egg and tearing them up and everything. And you know, so it makes it a lot harder doing it the other way. And getting under your fingernail, and they come out pretty good, you can see, but doing it this way. So that's just one way that I do it. So I just want to kind of show you that is a good technique to do with quail eggs. Now, I have never done it with chicken eggs because chicken eggs aren't that hard. But when we boil them, of course, we do put salt in the water and baking soda and let it come to a boil, and that helps too. And same way with chicken eggs, it helps. So just will save these out. I'll peel these in a minute. It's hard to do again with the camera, with the phone, to show you. Otherwise, I would show you me peeling them. But anyway, maybe that's another video later on down the line when my wife's in here. She's in bed right now because she works tomorrow morning, works from home, and so she can't help me. But I'm fixing to show you now another technique of me starting the process. So, okay, let's start filling our jars with our quail eggs, and getting the 2 jars that I've made ready for pickling. Whoops, I actually didn't drop one. That'll be from Milo. We have a pet Boston Terrier, and it's a wonder he's not in here right now. He will devour that egg here in a few minutes and enjoy it. So I usually kind of count how many I put in each one, but I failed to count this one. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll count the next one. So it kind of gives me an idea how many eggs that I've got into each one. Okay, so this is going to have about 35 in it. I've got a few in the sink I've got to peel, and then this one here. So you can see about how many I've got in there. And then, like I said, I've got some I got over there I got to peel, and I'll put those in there in just a few minutes. Okay, so I've got my hot vinegar. Okay, so now I'm going to scoop me out some hot vinegar, and I am going to start pouring my hot vinegar on top of my eggs. Now, another reason I do my jars is not just for sanitizing purposes, but also for the fact that I don't want to pour hot vinegar on top of my eggs and have cold jars and then them crack. Okay, I've got that one. I'm going to go ahead and put some in this one, get it just started for right now. And then I'll put some eggs in, add my eggs in there in just a few minutes. Just enough to coat it until I get the other eggs in there, get the process started. And I'll finish these here in just a few minutes. Okay, so I'm going to put this measuring cup, get it moved out of the way. And I've got some black pepper, just some regular old pepper, and we like a lot of pepper here. And of course, all this is going to, you just put as much as you want in there. You know, you make it your own, folks. Peppercorn. I'm not one to measure. I cook. I love cooking. Most folks have to use measuring cups. Measuring spoons. I used to run a steakhouse. I was a general manager for Ryan's Family Steakhouse. I don't know how many of you remember the Ryan's Family Steakhouse. I opened up several around the Texas area years ago. I was general manager, like I say, in Arlington, Texas. I was a general manager. Opened up one in Norfolk and Hills. Opened up one in Addison. Can't go wrong with Tony's Creole seasoning, folks. That's good on everything, folks. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put my Tony's seasoning in there. I don't want to put a whole bunch. I don't want it to get too hot for some folks. They like it too hot. I'm going to put some in there. And of course now, you let this sit for about a week. Test it, see if what else it needs. If it needs more spice, you can always add more spice. Thing is, you can't take away if it's too hot. Oh, but you could pour the vinegar out. Take the eggs. A little bit of paprika, give it a little color. A little bit more red color. Just dump some in there. Whoa, a little bit too much. That's okay. Alright, some crushed red pepper. Pour it in there. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. And I'm going to give these a shake once this vinegar does cool down. Okay. Let me take my lid. Now folks, what I have here, give it a good shake. I have good old pickled quail eggs done right here at Greenacres Homestead in Kempner, Texas. See that, folks? Those are delicious. Delicious. You're not going to find these at the store. Okay? These are homemade right here. So if you got any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll answer them. And hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Please. I appreciate it. Tell your friends. Send out, to your friends. Tell them, say, hey, watch this guy. Watch this, husband and wife couple. We'll be making more. God bless you. If you haven't told your family members you love them today and hugged your spouse, please do. You're not guaranteed a tomorrow. If you haven't watched our video of something that happened to my wife years ago, I almost lost her. Thank God I got a second chance with her. Please watch it. It's a true story. Anyway, we're not guaranteed a second chance. We're not guaranteed a tomorrow. So please, if you haven't told your children, your wife, you love them, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. None of us are. You go to sleep, go to work, leave out that front door and never see each other again. Enjoy those pickled quail eggs, folks. Got any questions? Shoot them to me. I will answer. Again, this is John and Marie. We are at Greenacres Homestead in Kempner, Texas. God bless.